Hello, Miss Kelkavu.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Shall we start?
Miss, ഇനി ഒരാൾ കൂടി കേറാനുണ്ട്.
Okay.
അല്ല, രണ്ടുപേര്.
Yes, we have discussed the story. Which story? Which story? Fire, isn't it? Fire, isn't it? Say yes or no. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's continue. I think we have stopped. Who is there? Can you see this? Who is there? Isn't it? We have stopped here. Am I correct? Yes. Now I will continue reading. You just listen. I think I am audible to all. Anne Maria? Yes. Okay. Something gurgled and moaned. Her long steps retreated up the gallery towards the third-story staircase. A door had lately been sealed and shut in that staircase. I heard it open and close and all was still. Then Jane heard a sound. Last we have said that it was a dream. A dream close to her ear and she wake up from that dream. She did not know whether it is a dream or not. Yes, it was a dream. Then she asked that who is there? I think that portion will be clear for you, isn't it? Yes or no? Yes. Something gurgled and moaned. Yes, Jane heard a sound. Gurgled means contented sound. Gurgled sound. Moaned means yes, a sound making by disturbance due to some physical conditions. എന്തോ ഒരു ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു സൗണ്ട് പോലെ എന്തോ ഫിസിക്കലി ഒരു ഡിസേബിൾഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു സൗണ്ട് പോലെയാണ് ജെയിന് ഫീൽ ചെയ്തത് when she wake up after the dream. Is it clear? Okay. Long steps retreated up the gallery towards the third-story staircase. Yes, this sound goes to the third-story staircase, which means third floor. This sound is moving towards the third floor. Jane is in the sound is moving towards the third floor. The sound of a gurgled and moaned sound. Okay, is it clear? Yes. A door had lately been sealed and shut in that staircase. After that sound, Jane heard that a door, closing of a door, the sound of a door. The door was closing. He heard a sound of closing a door in the upstairs, third floor. And she heard it open and close. This. The door was open, then it closed. It was the sound, closing and opening of a door. The sound heard by Jane was closing and opening of a door. Okay, is it clear? Alan Joseph, is it clear? Yes. Turn on your video. Okay. We can continue. Was that Grace Paul? And is she possessed with a devil? I thought. Impossible. Now to remain longer by myself. I must go to Mr. Fairfax. Yes, here Jane thinks that sometimes it may be graceful. Who was graceful? Ijaz, who was graceful?
The swing.
Graceful. A woman?
The woman who does the swing.
Swing. Yes, correct. Jane thinks that it may be the sound of graceful. She thinks that it may be graceful. And she is possessed with a devil. Then Jane thinks that whether graceful is controlled by a devil, whether any devil is controlling that graceful, because some unwanted sounds, some strange things are happening in that house. So Jane doubted that whether this graceful was controlled by any ghost or devil. Okay, got it? Then impossible now to remain longer by myself. I must go to Mr. Fairfax. Jane decided not to remain in that room. She wanted to get out of her room because she was very much frightened. So she decided to go to Mr. Fairfax. Mr. Fairfax was the housekeeper, isn't it? Jane decided to go to Mr. Fairfax. Is it clear for you? If you have any doubt, you can ask. Yes. Okay. Then I hurried on my frock and a shawl. I withdrew the bolt and opened the door with a trembling hand. Then Jane hurried her frock. Jane put her frock and a shawl in order to get out of her room. Okay, Jane put a frock and shawl, a new dress. I withdrew the bolt and opened the door with a trembling hand. Trembling means shaking. She opened the door, the lock of the door with a shivering hand, shaking hand, because she was extremely frightened because of these sounds. Okay. Then there was a candle burning just outside, left on the mating in the gallery. Yes. Then she get out of her room and here gallery means balcony. She saw a candle is burning in the gallery. Gallery means balcony. She just get out of her room and she saw that a candle is burning there. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Then I was surprised at the circumstances, but still more was I amazed to perceive the air quite dim as if filled with smoke. Yes. There she was in a surprised mode because of the circumstances. What were the situations? There is smoke. The air is filled with smoke. In that atmosphere, outside her room, there was smoke. The room is filled with the smoke. Okay. While looking to right and left to find whence these blue rugs issued, I became further aware of a stronger smell of burning. Then Jane looked right and left. Whence these blue rugs? Whence means from where? From where the blue rug? Blue rug means blue smoke. This blue smoke is coming from where? She looked around from right to left. Where this smoke is coming? Okay. Then while looking to be right and then he felt a strong smell of burning. She felt a strong smell of burning. Something is burning. She felt a strong smell of burning. Is it clear for you? Yes. Something creaked. Creaked means to make high noise. Some sound was heard. A big noise. It was a door ajar, and that door was Mr. Rochester's. And that door was Mr. Rochester's. The smoke rushed in a cloud from thence. I thought no more of Mr. Fairfax. Yes. A sound was heard, creaking sound. That was the sound of a door. Which door? Whose door? Mr. Rochester's door. Okay, then the smoke rushed in a cloud from there. From that room, the smoke rushed like a cloud. The room is filled with smoke. Room of Rochester is now filled with smoke. I thought no more of Mr. Fairfax. Yes, we have already said that Jane is going to meet Mr. Fairfax, but she is not going to Mr. Fairfax, but she is going to whose room? Mr. Rochester's room, because there is smoke. There is a dense smoke coming from that room. That's why she decided to go to that room. I thought no more of graceful or the laugh. She did not think about graceful or the laugh that she had already heard. Okay, she then goes to the room of Mr. Rochester. In an instant, I was within the chamber. Tongues of flame darted round the bed. In an instant, suddenly, I was within the chamber. She was within the chamber of whom? Chamber means room. Within a second, she entered into the room of Mr. Rochester. Yes, then tongues of flame darted round the bed. The curtains were on fire. In the midst of blaze and vapor, Mr. Rochester lay stretched motionless in deep sleep. Yes, in that room, what was the scene? Tongues of flame. The flame was burning. There is a vapor. So, vapor means a liquid form. Okay. Flames and vapor are filled in that room. The curtains were on fire. The curtains were burning. The curtains of that room was burning. In the midst of blaze and vapor, Mr. Rochester lay stretched motionless in a deep sleep. In the midst of that fire, Mr. Rochester is lying without any motion. Okay, clear? Mr. Rochester is lying without any motion. Okay, I think it's clear for you. Any doubts? The story is clear for you up to now? Sean, any doubt? No. Ijaz, Alan Joseph, any doubt? No doubts. Okay. Then we can move to the next paragraph. Are you ready? Yes. Wake, wake, I cried. I shook him, but he only murmured and turned. Yes. What did Jane do? Jane called him. Wake, wake, please wake up, sir. She called Mr. Rochester. But he only murmured and turned. But he didn't wake up. He murmured something. Murmured, speak something and turned. He did not wake up. Got it? Got it? Okay. The smoke had stupefied him. Yes, the stupefied means shocked. The smoke of the room shocked him. Stupefied means shocked. Not a moment could be lost. Jane understood that there is not a minute to waste. What? It is urgent to do something for the safety of Mr. Rochester. The very sheets were kindling. I rushed to his basin and ever. Yes. The bed sheets were burning. I rushed to basin and ever. Ever means jug. To take the basin and jug. Jane rushed or run to take jug or basin. Fortunately, one was wide and the other deep, and both were filled with water. Fortunately, there were two. They were two in number, and these two are, one was wide and other deep. These two are filled with water. It contains water. Jane wants water to extinguish this fire, isn't it? To stop this fire, she wants water to extinguish. Okay, then I heaved them up, deluged the bed and its occupant, flew back to my own room, brought my own water jug, baptized the couch afresh, and by God's aid succeeded in extinguishing the flames which were devouring it. Then Jane, deluged means drenched with water. Jane, take the water and spread it into the bed and its occupant. Occupant means owner. Who was the owner of that bed? Mr. Rochester. Jane put water into that bed and on its occupant. Occupant means Rochester. Then she flew back to her own room. Brought my own water jug, baptized the couch afresh, and by God's aid succeeded in extinguishing the flames which were devouring it. Then Jane moved to her own room and take her own water jug. She needs more water to stop the fire in the room of Mr. Rochester. So she take her own water jug and baptized. Baptized means sprinkling water to the couch. Couch means furniture. The room is filled with fire. Automatically, there will be burning of furniture. There may be many furniture in that room. It will also cause damage. So, Jane baptized or sprinkled water into that furniture also. So, she take water from her own room. Is it clear? Okay. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Okay. Don't feel shame to ask doubts. Okay. Then, and afresh God's aid succeed in extinguishing the flames which were devouring it. Fortunately, she succeeded to extinguish this fire. By God's grace, what happened? She was able to extinguish or stop this fire. Okay, got it? Then we are moving to the next paragraph. Okay, the hiss of the quenched element, the breakage of a pitcher which I flung from my hand when I had emptied it, and above all, the splash of the shower bath I had liberally bestowed, roused Mr. Rochester at last. Yes, Mr. Rochester is still on his bed. He didn't wake up to now. Okay, but the hiss of the quenched element, the breakage of a pitcher, sound of fire, and there happened a breakage of a pitcher. Pitcher means jug, jar. Okay, used to take water, jar which is used to take water. There is a breakage of a pitcher and the hiss, sound of fire, and splash of shower. Jane showered water on him. This waked whom? Mr. Rochester. These things waked Mr. Rochester. He wakes up from his unconscious state. Okay, is it clear? Breakage of picture, hiss of fire, splash of shower bath, the spreading of water on him waked Mr. Rochester. Roused means caused to sleep, stopping. Mr. Rochester stopped his sleeping due to these reasons. Because of the sound of fire, sprinkling of water, breakage of a picture. Picture means jug. Mr. Rochester raised from his sleep. Okay. Then, though it was now dark, I knew he was awake because I heard him fulminating strange anathemas at finding himself lying in a pool of water. Yes, the room was dark. There were no candles, but even though it was dark, Jane knows something. That is, this Rochester was murmuring something, fulminating strange anathemas. Here means cursing. Rochester is cursing Jane because at finding him, he finds himself he is lying in a pool of water. It make him angry. When he opened his eyes, he saw that he is lying in a pool of water. So he is blaming or murmuring something or cursing something. Is it clear? Rochester got angry because he is lying in a pool of water. He did not know what was happening there. Okay. Shall we move to next one? Any doubt? No doubt. Okay. Is there a flood? He cried. No, sir. Yes, Mr. Rochester asked, is there a flood? Because he is lying in a pool of water. So, Rochester asked to Jane, is there a flood? That time, Jane replied that, no, sir. But there has been fire. Get up. I will fetch you a candle. Yes, then Jane said that, there was fire, sir. Please get up. I will fetch you a candle. I will give you a candle. We have already said that that room is dark. There is no candle in that room. So Jane said that she will bring a candle. Is that Jane here? He demanded. That time only he knows that it was Jane here. So he questions that, is that Jane here? She is asking, is that Jane Eyre? What have you done with me? Then he asked Jane that, what are you doing with me? Who is in room besides you? Whether anybody is with you? Have you plotted to drown me? Plotted means plan. Have you plotted to drown me? Are you planning to kill me? Whether anybody is with you to kill me? Rochester doubts Jane that she is trying to kill or she plans to drown. Drown means വെള്ളമല്ലേ അവിടെ കാണുന്നത്. അപ്പോ കൊല്ലാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ശ്രമിക്കുകയാണോ എന്ന് ആർക്ക് സംശയം തോന്നി? റോച്ചസ്റ്ററിന് ഡൗട്ട് തോന്നി. So he clarifies his doubt. Then we can see that, I will fetch you a candle, sir, and in heaven's name get up. Somebody has plotted something. You cannot too soon find out who and what it is. Then Jane is said to him that, I'll fetch you a candle, sir, and in heaven's name get up. Please, sir, get up. I will fetch you. I will bring you a candle. Please, sir, get up. Jane is repeatedly asking to Mr. Rochester. Somebody has plotted something. She said to Rochester that somebody is trying to kill you. Somebody is planning to destroy you. Please wake up, sir. I will bring you a candle. You cannot too soon find out who and what it is. Sir, you cannot find it soon. Who is the reason behind? Who is trying to kill you or plot you? You can't easily identify who is behind this act. But wake up, sir. I will bring you a candle. This was said by Jane. Then, there I am up now, but at your peril you fetch a candle. Wait 2 minutes till I get into some dry garments. If any dry there be, yes, here is my dressing gown. Now run. Yes, then, there I am up now, but at your peril you fetch a candle. Then Jane said to Mr. Rochester that peril means great danger. You are in great danger. Please fetch a candle. If you are moving through this darkness, there will be chance for any attack. So please take a candle. I will fetch you a candle. I will give you a candle. Wait 2 minutes till I get into some dry garments. Wait. Then she said to him that, wait 2 minutes. I will give you some dry garments, dry dress, because his dress is full of water. Jane put water on Mr. Rochester in order to escape, in order to protect him from fire, isn't it? So Jane asked this Rochester to wait a moment. I will give you a dry dress. Yes, here is my dressing gown. Now run. Then, here is my dressing gown. Then Jane said that, here is my dressing gown. Now run. Then next paragraph, I did run. Then Jane also did run. I brought the candle which still remained in the gallery. He took it from my hand, held it up, and surveyed the bed, all blackened and scorched, the sheets drenched, the carpet swimming in water. Yes, Jane then ran. She brought the candle. For what she ran? In order to take a candle. Then she take a candle. Which candle? We have already said that there was a candle in the gallery. Gallery means balcony. When she went out of the room, she saw there was a candle burning in the gallery balcony. Okay, that candle is taken by Jane. Then he took it from my hand. Then Rochester took that candle from Jane's hand. This candle is for whom? For Rochester. So that Rochester took that candle from Jane. Okay. Then held it up and surveyed the bed. And he checked his bed. The room was dark. Now he has a candle. So he was checking his bed with using the candle. Is it clear? Now he is in his room. Jane gave him a candle, and by using this candle, Mr. Rochester is checking his bed. Okay, is it clear for you? Okay. Then, and surveyed the bed, all blackened and scorched, the sheets drenched, the carpet swimming in water. Then, what did he see? That all blackened. The room was, what was the color of that room? Black, because of the burning. Burning caused the room black color, and scorched means burned by flames. All blackened and scorched. Scorched, burned by flames. Okay, the sheets were drenched. The bed sheets were drenched. Drenched means wet thoroughly. Okay, the bed sheets were wet because of the water sprinkled by Jane. Okay, got the points? Yes. Then the carpet swimming in water. The carpet of the room was swimming in water. It means the carpet is also filled with water. Okay, the room is filled with water and black color. Got it? Yes. We are moving to the last part. What is it and who did it? He asked. Then Rochester asked to Jane, what is it and who did it? Who is the reason behind all these things? Rochester asked to Jane. I briefly related to him what had transpired, the strange laugh I had heard in the gallery, the step ascending to the third story. Yes, then she is explaining to Rochester what all the things that happened. Yes, transpired means happened. Jane is explaining to Rochester about the things that are happened in that room. She is talking about the strange laugh that he had heard in the gallery. Gallery means balcony. The step ascending to the third story is the laughing is moving towards the third floor. All these things, about the smoke, the smell of fire, and how she entered into the room of Mr. Rochester, all these happenings, what we have already learned, all these things are explained by her to whom? Mr. Rochester. Jane is explaining all these things to Mr. Rochester. Yes, then, and how I had deluged him with all the water. Yes, then she said about how she poured water on him and how she extinguished the fire. All these things are explained by Jane to Mr. Rochester. Here we are moving to the last paragraph of this story. He listened very gravely. His face, as I went on, expressed more concern than astonishment. He did not immediately speak when I had concluded. Okay. All these things are explained by Jane. Rochester listened it with very gravely. Gravely means seriously. Rochester listened all these things seriously. Then his face, as I went on, expressed more concern than astonishment. But his face was like that. He was worried much. There was no surprise for him, but he worried something. She can feel he was worrying something. There is no surprise or anything like that, but in his face, she only able to see the emotion that is worry. Clear? He is worrying something. Jane understood that Mr. Rochester worrying something. He did not immediately speak when I had concluded. He did not speak anything. He just listened it, but he did not speak anything. This is the end of the story. Okay, is it clear for you? Any doubts? Story മനസ്സിലായോ എല്ലാവർക്കും? Yes or no? No. Ijaz? Okay, I think Sridev? Yes. Alan, Sridev, Anne Maria, Sean. Okay, can we wind up for today? Okay, let's do the activities of this chapter in the next class. Okay, bye. Thank you. See you. Bye.
Have a nice day, miss. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you.